Number 34 is a little trickier than it seems. It's actually not too bad, but in this one, we have a nested loop. It doesn't look like it does stuff, except it prints the values of x and y at the end. And notice that it actually declares x and y up at the top of the loop so that we can print them in the end, because if we declare them inside here, then we won't be able to print them on the outside. Anyway, let's look at this. So as we go through the loop, x starts at the value of 1, and then y actually goes from 1 to 9. Well, does it really? It actually goes till 10, but often 10 is not really used. So technically, once the loop is done, y has the value of 10. Even though 10 is no longer makes the condition true, y ends up being the value of 10. We just don't end up using it inside the loop. But y does end up at the value of 10. Similarly, so we keep going through this. So we do this, x plus plus, now it's 2. We go back into the loop, y is 1, ends at 9. It actually goes to 10, but we don't end up using it, but the value of y is 10. So think about what happens. Y ends up being the value of 10. What do you think the value of x will end up being? Well, as we go through the loop, x will eventually become 7. If I x plus plus, it becomes 8. It's just like the other one. It will become 8, but that's the first value in which it is false. So as we go through the x loop, we say x is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's 8, but we don't end up using that, although it still ends up that x is 8. So even though we don't really use them for the most part, most of the time, the value does end up being 8, and the value of y does end up being 10, which is why that is the answer.